Hey, friends in beauty. If you're a professional makeup artist or beauty pro who is tired of juggling multiple tools to run your business, I got great news for you. Beauty Pro Funnels is here to simplify your life and take your business to the next level. Unlike other platforms like Wix, Squarespace, or Acuity, Beauty Pro Funnels was created by a makeup artist for makeup artists. This is the world's first all-in-one software that helps you book clients, sell your products, and even launch courses all in one place. No need for separate subscriptions that drain your wallet or tools that don't speak your language as a beauty pro. With Beauty Pro Funnels, you're not just getting another booking tool. You're unlocking the ability to create multiple revenue streams. So whether you're behind the chair or not, you're making money. Imagine accepting bookings, selling your beauty products, and offering courses all without the stress of managing separate systems. That could be a big headache. Let me break it down to you one more time. Your website, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your portfolio, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your booking site, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. And your e-commerce site, host it in Beauty Pro Funnels. Want to offer beauty courses or digital products? You can sell them inside of Beauty Pro Funnels, and you'll be able to send invoices, digital contracts, newsletters, and do all of your marketing directly from your Beauty Pro Funnels account. It's mind-blowing. Listen, you're going to save hundreds of dollars every single month by replacing over 10 platforms when you make the switch to Beauty Pro Funnels like Wix, Squarespace, Acuity, WordPress, Vagaro, Honeybooks, 17 Hats, Dubsado, MailChimp, Klaviyo, Kajabi, DocuSign, even Shopify. It's crazy. I know you got at least one of those. And here's the best part. Tayana and her team spent over a year building plug-and-play templates into your account for pretty much everything, so you never have to start from scratch at all. So all of your appointment confirmations, reminders, and payment reminders and stuff like that for your clients, they have already been written out for you. You can even gather reviews and referrals all on autopilot. You'll free up so many hours of time each week so you can focus on what you love, your artistry. Plus, with their mobile app, you can manage your entire business from the palm of your hand. Send invoices, schedule appointments, and even take payments on the go. I believe in Beauty Pro Funnels so much that I recently moved the Friends of Beauty site to Beauty Pro Funnels, and I am loving it. It's a game changer because it's not just a platform. I swear it is like having your personal business assistant designed specifically for makeup artists and beauty pros like you. So here's the deal. If you want to see what all the hype is about, visit getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends to get a personalized tour and see how Beauty Pro Funnels can transform your business today. That's getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends because you deserve the best tool for your beauty business.
First thing I want you to worry about or to think about is your why. Think about why you really want to do this. Get clear on why you even want to do makeup. The why is the thing that's going to drive your content. Once you start getting into content, and your why is the thing that's going to start to attract the people who are meant for you. Think about why you want to do this first. If you really have a connection, like a genuine connection with somebody, you want to keep in contact with them, then that's what you do naturally, right? It's kind of like dating. Like you got to interest in somebody, you got to keep the conversation going, you got to show interest, you got to check in every now and then. It's the same thing. So,
welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get authentic answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. Join me every week as me and my special guest reveal the keys to longevity and success in the beauty industry, from the ups and downs of their journey to the nitty-gritty of their struggles and triumphs. We're spilling the tea on it all, and most importantly, having fun while doing it. You ready?
Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty, Aquia Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. Now, on today's episode, I have another Ask Your Best Friend in Beauty letter, okay? Y'all seem to really, really enjoy these. I think this might be like maybe the third or fourth one that I'm doing where you can write in and ask me, your best friend in beauty, for advice. But all of the letters that I have done so far have come from my best friend in beauty, okay? Or my best friend, period, ChatGPT, okay? Because I am waiting for y'all to write in and ask me some questions. You can ask me about anything personal, business related, makeup related, beauty industry related, whatever. Like, just write in and ask me, so we can have some chit chat and have fun. But anytime I go to Chat GPT and ask, what's some common things that makeup artists are dealing with, it always comes up with some really, really good, juicy things. And this one is centered around a new makeup artist. Okay. So if you are a new makeup artist who is trying to go from doing your cousin, your mama, auntie, your friends makeup for free to start taking it seriously and start taking your first paid clients, then this one is definitely for you. And this totally resonates because it's just making me reminisce to the days when I was a little beginner makeup artist. Okay. I've been a makeup artist for 13 years now. So I think I give you a little advice as a new makeup artist on how to get your first steps in the industry. So let me go ahead and read this letter. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. This letter says, "Hey, best friend in beauty. Hey, I need your help because I think I'm finally ready to stop playing and start taking this makeup thing seriously. I've been the go-to person for years, birthdays, baby showers, girls' trips, weddings, you name it. I've done more cousins' faces than Sephora testers. Okay, I've had aunties slide me $40 in a church envelope, just like I preached a sermon. I've done my friends for prom, their mama's 50th, and even my coworkers' engagement photos. All great. Sound like you've been getting some good practice in for sure. Okay, so it says, but now I want to make it official. I want to be a real makeup artist, like with paying clients, a booking link, a professional kit, maybe a cute setup with a ring light and a little welcome, gorgeous sign. The problem is I have no idea where to start. Every time I get on Instagram, it feels like there are a million makeup artists already doing it, already doing it and doing it better. Everyone has perfect branding, flawless clients, celebrity reposts, and full calendars. And here I am still wondering what to even call myself. I remember those days. Do I need a niche, a website, a mentor, a miracle? Part of me feels like it's too late, like I missed my moment. But another part of me knows that makeup makes me feel alive, and I can't keep treating it like a hobby when it's clearly what I love most. I just don't want to get lost in the crowd or waste time trying to figure it all out alone. I want to build something real, something I can be proud of. So, best friend, where do I start? How do I go from being the friend who could be the face to being the book makeup artist everyone is talking about? Sincerely, Beats by Baby Steps. Oh, I love this. Beats by Baby Steps. I love this. So, if you decide to write in a letter, and you want to remain anonymous, okay, when I read the letter here on the podcast, you can definitely give me a fun little pseudonym for yourself. Okay, so we got Beats by Baby Steps. I really, really enjoyed this letter because I feel like there's maybe because I'm not a new makeup artist anymore, but I feel like the content that I see a lot of times is really catered towards people who are already kind of established. And I can understand what you say about when you go online, you feel like it's already a million makeup artists already doing it. And there's a lot of makeup artists out here, but they not you, right? Okay, they're not you. Um, so I kind of want to dissect this a little bit and just kind of give you some, I guess, advice. And I also want to share some things that I did in the beginning that I feel like really set me up for success. In my opinion, like in hindsight, I feel like the things that I'm going to share with you in a moment are the things that set me up for hindsight. So the first thing I want you to worry about or to think about is your why. Okay, before you even start taking clients regularly and like really immersing yourself in the industry, think about why you really want to do this. And I love this letter because, as you may or may not know, I am the Makeup 101 instructor at Bennett Career Institute. And I literally work with beginner makeup artists all the time. So I always have a session or a little chit chat with them before I send them out into the world on just managing their expectations, letting them know how to get clients and how to immerse themselves in the industry. So a lot of the things that I'm going to share with you are literally the things that I share with the new makeup artists that I train and, send out into the world. So definitely think about your why. Like before you start stressing about little minute things that really don't matter right now, like your logo or your rate sheet or content or what you're going to call yourself. Okay. Get clear on why you even want to do makeup and why how you want people to feel when they sit in your chair, and what kind of experience you want to provide. And your why is the thing that's going to make you magnetic. The why is the thing that's going to drive the why is the thing that's going to like drive your content. Once you start getting into content, and your why is the thing that's going to start to attract the people who are meant for you. So think about why you want to do this first. And it doesn't have to be anything profound. I feel like my why it's totally different now. But I feel like my why when I first started doing makeup was just that I wanted to do something fun to make money. Okay. I was tired of working for other people. I had gotten laid off laid off of jobs, like continuously, kind of like back to back before I became a makeup artist. And I was like literally like tired of having my livelihood in someone else's hands. And that's why I wanted to become a makeup artist. Like I wanted to have fun, make money, and also I can't fire. I mean, I could fire myself, but I'm not gonna fire myself. You know, I just got tired of that. So it doesn't have to be anything profound. Like I just want to make women feel, gorgeous, all that stuff. Unless that's what it really is. But think about your why first, so that you have a strong foundation as to why you're going into this industry, because it will get tough. And if you can't stand firm on like the reason why you started doing this, you might be one of the many, I'm going to say the many that waver and decide they don't want to do it anymore. So definitely focus on your why. The next thing I want to say is focus on one person. You said something about clients in the letter. I'm looking at flawless clients. Oh my gosh. I thought it was something you said about clients. They're doing it and doing it better. They're got like celebrity repost flawless clients. And here I am still wondering like what to call myself and all that stuff. Like when it comes to the clients, focus on one person. Oh my God. That's like the most important thing. Like everybody's not your client. And that's something that I feel like came later on for me. I was just so anxious or just so excited to do makeup. Like anybody that asked me to do it, I would just do it. But after a while, and once your skill starts to improve and you really start to value your time more and just like a lot of different factors, you'll realize like everybody is not your client and you don't want everybody. So focus on one person. You can't serve everyone, okay? Best friend, you can't. Okay, so the fastest way to blend into the industry is trying to please the masses. And the fastest way to stand out is to focus on someone in particular. So maybe you get into bridal. Maybe you focus on like melanin brides who want to look flawless on their wedding day. Maybe it's you're focusing on everyday women who want to learn how to do their makeup, or maybe you're working with high level CEOs who want to look polished when they're going to meetings or in the boardrooms, or photo shoots and stuff like that. When it comes to focusing on one person too, I believe that you have to try a little bit of everything in the industry as well, just to see where you land. And this is something I tell my makeup artists too, is like I think I've literally tried a little bit of everything, like dabble in a little bit of everything in the industry, where I can absolutely tell you that I'm not doing a wedding, okay? Unless it's somebody that I know. I'm not doing a fashion show unless I'm organizing the team and facilitating. I'm not actually doing the makeup. It's just certain things that once you start, you try a little bit of everything, you'll kind of get an idea for where you want to focus. So I'll say that try a little bit of everything and then focus on like serving that one person, because once you know who you're serving, that's going to drive like your messaging. Is going to drive like the way you're trying to attract them as far as content, like when you're speaking to that one person. But if you're trying to talk to everybody, it's going to be a little messy and you're going to get a little bit of everybody. Okay. I think I've done a good job of keeping headaches away with my clients, because I do serve a particular type of client. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Also, show your progress. One thing that I really show your progress, and not just like the whole pretty polished thing. One thing that I really wish that I focused on more too is documenting my process, like really keeping inventory of like what I'm doing, what's working, what's not. But show your process. If you go to my Instagram, if you go to the Aquia Robinson Instagram, my personal page, and if you have the time, honey, because I got a whole bunch of posts on there. If you have the time, like go and like scroll through my Instagram. Like I said, I've been doing this for 13 years. So literally I created my Instagram when I started doing makeup. So if you scroll back long enough, you will see the process. Okay. You will see the evolution. You will see the makeup that, it looked like, it probably was good back then. But now when I look at it, I'm like, ooh, boy, I might owe somebody a little do-over or a little apology or something like that. The thing is, just don't wait until it's perfect. Show people the journey. It's so many people who follow me now and support me wholeheartedly and really root for me the way that they do because they have literally been following me from the beginning. They saw when my skill set was building. They saw when, even with the podcast, when people don't show up and they stand me up, they see the process. I try my best to show a little bit of everything. So show your process. Take us on the journey with you, girl, or a guy. Because we want to see. So don't wait until you're perfect to post. Go ahead and remember that starts to build that authenticity. It starts to build the connection faster with people when they see you're being real and relatable. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that well, if you're new here, you might not know, but I'm really big on building relationships, networking, getting out into the community, meeting people. And networking isn't just about going somewhere and handing out your business card. Okay. It's about building genuine connections. And that's something that I know I'm going to cover a little bit later, but that's something that I really, really can say played a big role in the success that I had early on. And I just had that momentum and I ran with it. It was really networking and meeting people and making those connections and building those relationships. And over time, it's like a snowball effect and it just keeps bringing more and more and more opportunities. And imagine if you keep meeting more and more people, that's more and more opportunities that have the opportunity to come your way. So, definitely is about building connections, definitely networking up and across. Okay. Up meaning like people who have more experience than you, people who can be possible mentors and, things like that. And then also it's very important, very, very important to build connections with people who are like at the same starting point or a little bit further than you. It's very important to build relationships with other makeup artists, hairstylists, photographers, nail techs, all the people, all the beauty people in your area. Okay, knowing who's who, like where they're located, and I say that because I'm in the DMV area, so there very well are people who I know that are in DC, Maryland, Virginia. So it's just like you just never know. And then they can bring opportunities as well. Like you start building those genuine connections with them. Then it's like, oh yeah, my girl, I can't do this, but I know my girl, what's it, Beats? What's the name? My girl Beats by Baby Steps could do it. Okay. So start building those relationships. Referrals are a real thing. I refer people all the time and the people that I refer are literally people I have relationships with. So if I'm going to refer like my personal client, I'm definitely referring them to the makeup artist who I know has good energy, who does good work, is going to show up on time, that I have a good relationship with, that I can vouch for. So get out there and meet some people beside baby steps. And then also kind of piggybacking off of like just showing your progress, give yourself permission to grow in public. I know it could be nerve wracking sometimes when you're in a new thing and you're learning and you're figuring things out, but people love the authenticity. People love the rawness. People love to have that relatability where it doesn't seem like everything is perfect all the time. So you don't have to have everything figured out before you start. You just have to start. So don't worry about being perfect. You can grow into this. You can grow into the artist that you want to be. So let me go back and look at this letter to make sure I did not miss anything. Part of me feels like it's too late and like I missed my moment. It's never too late. And that's the crazy thing. There is a new generation of makeup artists being born like every single day. Like it's not too late. The industry will change, but it's always, I think, even when it comes to like the whole AI thing, I think it's going to take a long time before AI can replace an actual living, breathing makeup artist. Fingers crossed, right? So yeah, go for it. Don't want to keep treating it like a hobby. I'm just kind of going through the letter. I love that you said I don't want to get lost in the crowd, waste time trying to figure it all out alone. That is why you got to get into community. Okay, start networking. The Friends of Beauty community is a welcome option for you. We welcome everyone, new, old, or in the middle. I think that's it. I think I covered everything. Do I need a niche? Ooh, Those are the questions. Do I need a niche? Do I need a website, a mentor, or a miracle? Do I need a niche? I feel like a niche is I think a niche is important in the sense of like maybe a signature style, maybe not necessarily niche, but maybe a signature style of makeup. Niche would be something like if you want to just do bridal, and that's totally fine too. But I think a signature style, because certain types of people like certain types of things. So once you figure out who you're serving or who that person is that you're serving, then you have to start doing makeup that kind of fits that aesthetic of that person. A website is not 100% necessary right off the bat. I think social media is good for now. And then I have a friend of beauty of mine who has just like a landing page. It's not even a full website, but it's like just a landing page with like some photos on it, and it has like information on how to book. That's another step. A mentor is great, but a mentor comes from, getting out there and meeting people and seeing who you vibe with, who you actually want to, be led by. So a mentor is a great option, especially when you say you don't want to get lost in the crowd and, figure it all out alone. So yes, thank you, Beats by Baby Steps. That was a great, great letter. I do want to, like I said, give you some additional, I know that was a lot, but I do want to give you some additional things that like I really did, additional tangible things that I did in the beginning of my career as a makeup artist. And let me see, I'm looking at my list that I pretty much still continue to do every now and then, maybe with the exception of a couple of them. But these are things that I had done in the beginning that really gave me the momentum, and really, I believe that helped me to stand out as like a go-to makeup artist here in the DMV area. And a lot of the people that I have worked with in the past are still like clients to this day and still refer me to people. So here are the additional things. The first one was building my portfolio. I used to do a lot of test shoots, and I feel like test shoots are still a thing. I hope so. But if you don't know what a test shoot is, they used to call it trade for print, TFP, or test shoot. I'm pretty sure they have other names, but it's basically when a whole team is coming together as a collaborative effort for that one result, which is the photo. So you had the photographer, you had the model, you have a makeup artist. That's like the bare minimum. Sometimes you have a hairstylist. Sometimes you get a little fancy. You might have a nail tech, a wardrobe stylist. Just depends on what you're producing. But if you're just doing beauty shots, more than likely it's just like a model, maybe a hairstylist and a makeup artist, and you all come together to produce an image for your portfolio. Building my portfolio was one of the things that helped me to grow my skill set extremely fast. Like, I'm talking about within months, I was seeing a difference. Like, even working on the same model, I'm seeing a drastic difference just from constantly doing photo shoots, building my portfolio, constantly in the studio doing makeup, literally like 3-4 days a week. I was fortunate enough. So I would say start researching photographers in your area, other, like I said, networking across hairstylists, models, and stuff that you can collaborate with. And I will be honest and say, try to find photographers who are kinder on the newer spectrum as well, and they're building their portfolio, because a lot of times when photographers and stuff are already established, they may not want to work with a brand new makeup artist. I'm just being honest, unless your skill set is just okay. But it's a learning curve with like collaborating and working with photographers and all that stuff. So they just prefer to work with somebody maybe they, have relationships with already. So I would recommend just trying to find somebody who is kind of up and coming too, and y'all can grow together. Yes, period. They start getting more photography clients. Guess who's going to be recommended as a makeup artist? Okay. Other thing that I did was attending industry events as much as you can. And if it's not an industry event, then some kind of event where you're that one person that you're focusing on working with, attending events where that person is going to be. Because I am in the DMV area and I'm pretty close to like New York. It was very easy for me to like, it wasn't much going on in DC at the time as far as beauty. It was easy for me to hop up to New York real quick. So if you're not in an area where you can get to a major city really quickly, then I would say attending events where your ideal client is going to be. And sometimes it might not even be an event, honey. It might be in the beauty aisle at Target, okay, in front of the brands and stuff. So I don't know. But that's something that really, really set me up, because like I said, networking and building relationships, going to those events allow me to really see who's who in the community, to make connections, to network up and across in the community, and to start to build those relationships and not forcing them either. Like, if you really have a connection, like a genuine connection with somebody, you want to keep in contact with them, then that's what you do naturally, right? It's kind of like dating. Like, you got to interest in somebody, you got to keep the conversation going, you got to show interest, you got to check in every now and then. It's the same thing. So that definitely helped. Taking classes definitely helped because that put me in the room with the mentor and my community that I'm growing with. So taking classes on a regular basis, whether it was a one-on-one class or a group class, a virtual class or something, just always finding something to expand my skill set. And I remember I took like an airbrush class before. I was trying to learn prosthetics. I've taken eyelash extension classes. I've just taken so many different things just to add stuff into my repertoire, whether I use them or not, you know. But it's a part of the process of figuring out where you want to land in the industry. Another thing that really helped me, oh my gosh, was volunteering with brands. And this is not something I hear a lot of people talking about anymore, but places like the Makeup Show or Beauty Con, IMAX, these trade shows that be happening, literally reaching out to the brands that are going to be there, whichever one you genuinely, I'm about to say genuinely F with. I ain't gonna curse, but you know what I mean. The ones that you genuinely use and love, reach out to them or find a way to find out who's in charge. Reach out to the social media person, like ask them who you should reach out to. Like, there are ways to get in contact with people and see if they need any help at the booths. I did this for the first time I did it was with Danessa Myris. I think I've worked with Danessa at trade shows maybe like 3 or 4 times. And this is before it was Danessa Myris Beauty. It was when it was called I Make You Beautiful. Okay. So we would go to Bronner Brothers. I've done the makeup show Orlando, New York. And then that led to like some other opportunities with Danessa and the brand later on. And then also when AJ Crimson, God rest his soul, oh, love me some AJ. I just saw a video of him at one of these events that I'm talking about. Anytime that he would come to, he was always on tour, but anytime he would come to DC or the DC area, I would always make it a point to either attend his event or reach out to see if I could actually work the event. So I worked with his brand several times when he would come to DC. And I literally just saw a video today on like a Facebook memory of him like shade matching my friend 11 years ago. Like 11 years ago, that video was from. So yeah, definitely volunteering with brands because a lot of times, especially as a new makeup artist, I don't know how it is now, but sometimes the brands, they didn't have the budget back in the day to actually like pay all the artists that was working there. So they would pay us in products. Okay. So as a new makeup artist, getting paid in products and having those things to like build your kit and it's actually quality things. Can you imagine being a new makeup artist and getting like a whole bunch of Danessa Myrick stuff? Your kit is lit. Okay. So if you haven't thought about it before, I hope this like sparking a light bulb. Start reaching out to these brands and seeing that there are opportunities for you to do whatever activations they're doing in person. And brands are starting to do a lot more of those things. Also, assisting. Oh my gosh, assisting did a lot for me too because assisting put me in the room with like high level people. My mentor, who did I assist first? I feel like I started working with Danessa first. So being around Danessa at Bronner Brothers, of course, that's a environment that puts you around. Like I remember seeing celebrities. Oh my God, I remember one year I saw Morris Chestnut, honey. I saw Morris Chestnut. Oh, I almost fainted, honey. Oh goodness. Yeah, it just puts you in a certain environment. So I think I worked with Danessa first, and then the following year is when I had the opportunity to work with my mentor, Morel Hollis, and work with him continuously after that. But assisting, because of who I was assisting, it put me, I'm just so grateful for them. What it did for me is it really opened my eyes to the possibilities of what could be achieved in the industry and the type of jobs I could be doing in the rooms I could be in just from being around Danessa and Morel. And then it just also pushed you around certain people. Like I remember doing or assisting Morel on the Essence cover shoot. And we were working with Laverne Cox, but there was also Alfre Woodard who was there and I don't even know her name. It's like Danae, the dark skinned lady with the locks from The Walking Dead. And then there was a girl there that was on the show Sleepy Hollow at the time. But then they had their own glam team. So I remember meeting those people who were like big names in the industry still. And then, just meeting the people on set, it just puts you in a certain environment, and it really just opens your eyes to what could really be achieved out here. So I would say if you had the opportunity, and it doesn't have to be like a celebrity makeup artist. Those are just the people who God placed in my life. But it doesn't have to be a celebrity. It could be a bridal makeup artist or an artist for whatever type of work you're doing that has more experience. But most of the time, assisting comes from some relationship or some kind of interaction that has happened for the person to want to have you around them and want to pour into you. Because and I'm saying that too, because I've had people reach out to me and ask me to be like their mentor or if they can assist me, but I've literally never met them before. So it's like, how do I even know that you can be trusted? How do I even know I want you around me? Like, normally these opportunities come from having interacted with someone before. So I had interacted with Morel before I got invited to Essence. I had interacted with Vanessa before I started working with her brand. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go to these events, okay? Talk to people, meet the people, okay? I hope it's making sense. And then the last one is not really a tangible thing, but it is very important, and it is very important to be a reliable person. And be magnetic in a sense. Be the type of person that people want to be around. Be the type of person that people want to happily refer, and be reliable and show up on time and do the job. Being reliable and showing up is literally like half the battle. I cannot tell you the amount of jobs and relationships I had built in the beginning just because the makeup artist didn't show up. And who they calling next? Me. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Okay, I've got a few of those calls before where it was like, the makeup artist didn't show up. Are you available? And then once you show up for them that one time, who are they gonna call again because they know you're gonna be there? So being reliable is like super duper important in this industry, and just being the type of person with good vibes that somebody wants to be around. So listen, beats by baby steps. I know that I just probably tossed your head off. Okay. But hopefully you could come back to this episode and revisit it again. But I'm really, I guess, excited and passionate about new makeup artists, the next generation, because we got to pass the brush, okay, to the next generation at some point. And I'm really excited for you to get out there. It seems like you've been doing a lot, working with your family and everything, but I'm excited for you to get out there and, take your first clients. Yeah. So if you are in the same boat as Beats by Baby Steps, I hope that this gave you some insight on where to start. Of course, kit building is a thing. I have a whole video here on YouTube under, I think it's the playlist like makeup or something, that teaches you how to build a beginner makeup artist kit for under $500. Okay. I have several videos scattered around here on YouTube on other things. And I don't know if I talked about rates yet. Race is a tricky one. I'm gonna have to figure out how we can talk about rates. But if you have any questions, if you are a new makeup artist or just a makeup artist trying to figure it out, if you have any questions, you could definitely leave it down below. Or you could write in for your own dear best friend in beauty letter, and I would give you my advice and my insight to the best of my ability. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Okay. I am waiting for the first person who is going to write me in a real letter. Who's it going to be? Like, you're going to get the most massive shout out. If you want to be featured, or you want your letter to be featured on a Dear Best Friend in Beauty segment, email podcast@friendsinbeauty.com with the subject line Dear Best Friend in Beauty, so we know what it is. And I'll read your advice letter here, and make sure you put some detail in it. Make it a little juicy. Make sure you put some detail, as much detail as possible, so I could really, really dig in. But yeah, I can't wait to see who the first person is going to be. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Let's go from doing our mama, cousin, auntie, them makeup to taking our first clients. Okay, I am rooting for you. I'm so excited. So if you enjoyed this episode, give this a thumbs up. Make sure you comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and If you're seeking community, join the Friends in Beauty community. I'll leave all that down in the show notes, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, sharing is caring. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with another friend in beauty. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review so that other friends in beauty can find the show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, hashtag Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.